So today our topic is chapter 10, Economy and Society in Medieval Assam. So here we learn about the agriculture and land rights of medieval Assam. Then we learn about trade and commerce activity of Assam in medieval Assam. Then we learn about art and handicraft, literature, art and culture that flourished during the medieval Assam. So let's see the land rights during that time. Prior to the arrival of the Ahoms, land on both banks of the river Brahmaputra was separately and independently controlled by Bhuyas, a class of landlord. So, the Ahoms brought with them a system of distribution of land to officer and the subject population from the original homeland. Agricultural land was divided into small plots which are named Pathar. The whole male population in the Ahom kingdom between the age group of 15 to 50 years was called pikes. They were required to render service to the state. Each pike obtained 2 puras of land, which was known as gamati or cultivation land. Over and above the gamati, each pike obtained some lands for household and orchard purposes. However, the landed properties were owned by the state and the subjects could not possess the land permanently other than Bari and Basti land. Then let's see agriculture. The economy of Assam, that medieval Assam, was agrarian, means totally depends on agriculture. The soil of Assam during medieval times was extremely fertile and suitable for all types of cultivation. So here some of the crops which are grown during that time is rice. It was staple food of the people of Assam, and production of paddy was the main occupation. So Ahom first introduced wheat rice cultivation in Upper Assam. The Ahoms were used advanced plough and knew the use of the iron sword. The iron plough, share and the iron axe, which are needed for cleaning the forest area and cultivation on large scale. Then other crops like gamdhan or maize, then matikalai, moog, kesari, miri, arahar, all these. Urahima, varieties of beans, saria or mustards were also. People had grown that cotton fiber crops like riha grass, some amounts of indigo or nil was also grown. Every family cultivate erica nut, betel leaves, and sugarcane. Thekera was exported to Bengal. Then some of the fruits are like common are jackfruits, mango, plantains, plums, coconut, different varieties of citrus fruits like orange, lemon, autenga, all these amra, tekara, olive, etc. Then some vegetables like pumpkin, leafy vegetable, grounds, all these are grown. Then spices. The spices like red pepper and ginger, black pepper and long pepper were also cultivated on the large scale and were exported to Bengal. Methods of cultivation then Ahom introduced the use of plough as improved methods of cultivation. In Lower Assam, the plough was introduced earlier by immigrants coming from the western like Bengal and Bihar. Commercialization of the cultivations had not much being in the medieval Assam, and as such, the villagers produced commodities to the self-sufficiency level only. So, women play an indispensable role in all agriculture activities. Jhum cultivation was practiced at that time. Women took activity part in the rearing, transplanting, and harvesting of crops. Husking and grinding of crops were considered the sole duty of the woman. And handmade implements were used. Main agricultural implements included plough, nangal in Assamese, yoke, juali, hoe, gur, iron, hand bill, dao, all this. and there are no others development in the technique of cultivation. There was also no need to irrigate the field as the land had sufficient rainfall. However, in the foothills areas, irrigation became necessary. So the Kachari adopted a technique to irrigate the low-lying tracts from the hill stream, in which dams were built across the hill stream in their upper reaches, and the stored up water was let to flow to the agricultural fields through some drought dugout channels. So in this way they do the cultivation.